the Earth is moving. Our Earth is a planet. It moves round the sun and gets heat and light from it. We can see different physical features on the surface of the Earth. Plains. Flatlands are called plains. The soil in the plains is good for growing crops. Most people live in the plains. There are also many cities and factories in the plains. The weather is usually hot in summers and cold in winters in the plains. Hills and mountains. An area of land that is higher than the land around it is called a hill. Hills are smaller than mountains. A mountain is a very high hill. The tops of the mountains are called peaks. It is usually very cold in the mountains. Sometimes, many mountains are found together. They are known as mountain range. The peaks of high mountains are covered with snow. Most rivers are formed when the snow from these mountains melts. Valley. Some land formed in between two hills or mountains are called valleys. Usually, a river flows through a valley. Plateau. An area of land that is higher than the land around it is called a plateau. It has a flat top. It is also called a tableland. A plateau is not as high as a mountain. Plateaus are rich sources of minerals. Desert. A large piece of land covered with sand is called desert. Deserts are very hot and dry. Very few plants grow here. Very few people and animals live in desert. The camel is an useful animal and in the desert. The camel is an useful animal in the desert. It can stay without water for many days. That is why it is called the ship of the desert. Forest. A large area of land covered with many trees is called a forest. Different kinds of animals, birds, and insects live in forests. Forests are very important. Trees bring rain, clean the air, and give us many useful things. Rivers, lakes, and waterfall. A river is formed when snow on mountains melt. Rivers flow into seas and oceans. Rivers provide water to the people. River water is used for drinking and cooking. An area of water that is surrounded by land is called a lake. When water falls from a great height, it forms a waterfall. Seas and oceans. A very large body of water is called a sea. Seawater is salty. It cannot be used for drinking and cooking. Oceans are the largest bodies of water. They are full of fishes, water plants, and animals. Most of the Earth's surface is covered with seas and oceans. The land along oceans or seas is called the coast.